everyone, it's Allie with Colors of Hope Crafts, and I am a fiber artist and I make videos to show you how relaxing and fun fiber art can be. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we're going to continue on our sheep breed study project, where every week I choose a new breed of sheep to study. And today I'm doing Targhee wool and blue-faced Leicester wool. And I really hope that you enjoy it and find it both relaxing and entertaining. As I mentioned in a previous video, I've been doing a lot of spinning lately. I had a seizure recently and it's been helping my brain heal because it's really relaxing. I love the various sounds my spinning wheel makes. So I looked back through what I have from the Paradise Fibers subscription boxes, and I was able to confirm that this fiber is a blend of blue-faced Leicester wool and 15% wild silk top. So even though it's not 100% blue-faced Leicester wool, it still spins up very similarly to the sample that is 100% blue-faced Leicester wool. I've been saving this wool for spinning for a while because I didn't quite know what type of yarn I wanted to spin with it. I'm really glad I waited because not only was I able to spin regular yarn, but I was also able to spin some lovely art yarn as well. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a comment and let me know which yarn you liked and which yarn you want me to spin more of. Also, stick around and at some point I'll tell you what yarn you decided you wanted me to spin for the next video. Blue-faced Leicester wool is also referred to as BFL wool. The BFL fiber I got came from the sampler packet that was full of fiber from Great Britain. It's very soft and has a stable length of up to 6 inches, which makes it a joy to spin. Blue-faced Leicester sheep got their name because of the bluish-gray skin on their face. Most BFL sheep are white, but they also come in other colors as well. According to Katie from Right Choice Shearing, white is just a pattern. One thing I found interesting is that the blue-faced Leicester are often bred with other types of sheep in Great Britain to produce different types of traits in the sheep. Sheep that are the progeny of BFL sheep and other breeds of sheep are called mules. They often inherit the best qualities of both of their parents. Farmers sometimes use Cheviot sheep or Welsh Mountain sheep to create the mules. Every time I spin with BFL wool, I find it a joy to spin. It's very soft and has a long staple length, which really helps with the spinning and the drafting. The other wool I spun is Targhee wool. This yarn is all Targhee, and this yarn is a blend of Rambouillet and Targhee wool. I tried to do a fractal with the Targhee, but I failed miserably because I had way more yards on one bobbin than I had on the other. Sometimes I win yarn chicken and sometimes I fail. But that was okay because I had also lost yarn chicken on another skein of yarn. And it happened to be a bobbin that had colors that were similar enough to the Targhee wool that it would still look good. I think they turned out looking really good. I said at the beginning of the video that if you stuck around, you would find out what wool I'm going to be spinning for my next video. I posted a poll on Instagram and YouTube so that you guys could vote on which wool you wanted me to spin next, and the results were really close. The first one was black and white Welsh Mountain sheep, and the second one was Polworth and Corriedale. And since we've already done Falkland wool,
and Polworth and Corriedale are part of Falkland wool, I thought it would made sense to do the Polworth and Corriedale for this next video. So for my next video, I am going to spin up the Corriedale and the Polworth wool. And speaking of those two wools, I also promised you in a previous video that I would tell you how many yards ended up in the skein of Falkland wool. And it turned out that there were 460 yards in this skein of Falkland, and it ended up looking really good. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. And this will be on my Etsy store shortly. Moving forward, I'm actually going to continue doing the polls on my community tab and on my Instagram, so you guys can decide which wool you want me to spin up in a future video.
Feel free to watch Zoe while I spin Targhee wool and tell you about Targhee sheep, because she is really cute while I spin my yarn. Targhee sheep are from the United States, and they were created in the early 20th century by the USDA's Agricultural Research Service. Their ancestors are Lincoln, Rambouillet, and Corriedale sheep. They are a medium to large breed of sheep. They're good for both meat and wool production, although I'm partial to their wool personally. I learned a lot of interesting things about both BFL and Targhee sheep while doing this video. One thing I learned is that farmers sometimes cross two different breeds of sheep to get better mothering instincts. As I mentioned earlier, I had a petite mal seizure while I was making this video, so I don't remember as much about spinning the Targhee wool, but I did really enjoy spinning it. I remember that it was soft and fairly easy to draft. I'll let you listen to some of my thoughts and musings while spinning this yarn. That should give you a better idea of what it was like for me. Targhee wool reminds me a lot of Rambouillet wool. It's very, very soft. Similar in softness to merino, but it is much easier to draft than merino. Oh, it's very fluffy. It's interesting that I said it reminded me of Rambouillet wool, because it turns out that Targhee is a cross between Lincoln, Corriedale, and Rambouillet. Please take a minute to enjoy the relaxing sounds of my spinning wheel before we move on to the next section. Next, I'll show you how I wound the yarn onto the niddy noddy. This was after I had plied the single strands of yarn together. I've been told it's very relaxing to watch me wind yarn on my niddy noddy, so I thought I'd let you watch me wind yarn on my niddy noddy. This is the Targhee wool that I spun. And it's going to end up being either fingering or sport weight yarn. Thanks so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments below what you found most interesting and what wool you want me to spin in a future video. If you want to learn more about the sheep you've seen in this series, please check out this playlist up here. Take care and have a great day. Bye.